Hey guys, gevault here, and I was doing some off-screen training and I was completely absent-minded and I just wound up approaching this trainer that I haven't gone up against yet, and so right then and there I had a decision to make. Do I go against this trainer off-screen and leave you, the dear viewer, just deprived of a very important viewing experience, or do I get that recording setup going and strap on in and go up against who in this case is a bug catcher, I believe, with about 5 Wurmples? I say about because it might be 6, I didn't catch it. This is perhaps one of the most boring battles in the entire game, and here I am, I said to myself, who would I be? What kind of content creator would I be if I deprived you, dear viewer, of that experience? And so here we are with Tutter at level 8. We're trucking. And you know, something very important for me to mention about dear Tutter, and I do say Tutter, I say dear Tutter with just the most profound of gratitude, of affection. Tutter has a very important ability. It keeps missing. Tutter has a very important ability that I think I need to discuss right here and now. And that ability, folks, I was hoping for it. We have a huge power Meryl. Let me show you. Signed, sealed, delivered, baby. Come on. Huge power. The only description that you could see here is raises attack. But let me tell you, by raises attack, I mean that this Meryl here, whatever stat for attack that we might see, in fact, I think right now it has an 8, a grand total of 8 attack. We could essentially double that. Now, you might ask yourself, well, gevault, why wouldn't the developers just give Meryl an astronomically large base stat total for attack and call it a day? Why does it need the huge power ability? I don't know. I don't know. I can't look inside Junichi Masuda's brain. He's a brilliant man, that's all I know. No, this is just a great ability. It's in fact one of the best abilities in the whole game, and it took what, admittedly, guys, was a pretty lackluster encounter. I thought, you know, I wasn't necessarily excited about Tutter. Now I'm thrilled. I'm souped. I am all about Tutter. You know, like before, I'm thinking we don't talk about Tutter, like Lin-Manuel Miranda would say. Right? We don't talk about Tutter. But anyway, now we do talk about Tutter. We talk about Tutter all the time. We are thankful for Tutter. We are blessed for Tutter. Tutor. We're blessed. We're very happy to have him join the squad. So if you're sitting down at home, if you're in bed, you're cozying on up to my voice in your headphones, round of applause. Round of applause for Tutter. If I remember it in post, I'm putting applause right here. Round of applause. We love to see it. We love to see Tutter. And we love to see this very boring bug catcher lose. So great. Here we are. And I did no training on Boss Babe because I wanted to capture some important stuff on camera, which, I mean, if you play Pokemon, you know the drill. You know what's coming up. You know what's coming up. So let's train Boss Babe a little bit. Are you awake, babe? New Boss Babe dropped? No, who am I gonna send out? Let's do Daisy. Let's do Daisy, but you guys know what's coming up soon. It's coming soon, coming soon. All right, now if this actually poisons poor Daisy, oh my gosh. The fact that Wurmples in the wild have Poison Sting, these might actually be the silent killers of the forest. We need to be very vigilant when it comes to these little worms. I mean, we have our own little worm, and Boss Babe, gosh golly, I wouldn't trade her for the world, but these other worms, let me tell you, let me tell you a thing about these other worms. They're terrible. That's what I have to say. Yeah, I mean, if they poison us, you know, the mechanic has not yet been introduced to Pokemon where like the Pokemon can naturally cure themselves of poisoning. So I mean, we just have to get back to the Pokemon Center the good old-fashioned way. We're going to see the flash of the poison every step we take, and we need to make sure that our number of steps don't exceed or doesn't exceed the number of HP points, health points that the Pokemon has left, or else it's curtains. It's done. Anyway, here I am talking about old-fashioned poisoning mechanics, and we are stumbling right into an important plot point here. We're up against Team Aqua for the very first time, the evil team in this game. And, you know, I have to say, first off, I have to say that Boss Babe is not equipped to take on this level 9 Poochyena. It's not happening. Do I dare send out my own Poochyena? Are we gonna go Michael Vick up in here? Are we going Michael Vick? We're going dog on dog here. It's a dog eat dog world. And folks, was that a bad decision? Oh my gosh, that may have been a bad decision. The universe is punishing me for my really bad... Oh my gosh, the universe... The universe is punishing... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. To make matters worse, you're sand attacking me and making it so that I have an even worse chance of hitting you with a tackle. That's terrible. All right, it's Jason's time. Jason's time to shine. Come on, dude. Make it better. See, that's the thing. I mean, what a slap in the face for Tackle to miss not once but twice. Tackle has a 95% chance of hitting. So, I mean, all of you statisticians in the audience, you tell me, you run the probability calculation in your head or on paper. What are the chances of missing twice? Missing a, what's it called? A tackle twice. Story of my life. I'm gonna name my memoir, The Boy Who Missed Tackle Twice. Who's gonna get it? You'll get it. When you see that memoir in Barnes & Noble, or probably more accurately on the Amazon bookstore, or self-sold, then you'll know where it comes from. You'll know where the reference comes from. But for right now, we live to see another day. You're kidding me. You're tough. No, well, I am tough, but I was also the victim of some terrible circumstances. Yeah, but you'll know the reference. When you see it in Barnes & Noble, Borders, Amazon, online marketplace, you'll know. Okay, and thank you very much, good sir. I saved you with tears in your eyes. I saved you, and you gave me a great ball. Great balls of fire. Who's that, Jerry Lee Lewis? I think that's Jerry Lee. I regrettably love that song. I know that Jerry Lee Lewis, I mean, for those who don't know, for the uninitiated, Jerry Lee Lewis, he was a weird guy. He's like a rockabilly performer. I shouldn't say rockabilly. That's like a very specific blend of, it's like a subgenre of country, kind of like psycho country music. Jerry Lee Lewis was a weird dude who wrote a song about sex. Oh, there we go. We love when we could poison the other guy. That's great. This is going to be the most boring battle in the world. But anyway, Jerry Lee Lewis, he wrote a song about sex, and that's fine. We all write a tune about sex every once in a while. It's bound to come up. These things do happen after all. We are human beings with animalistic urges. But it's who Jerry Lee Lewis wrote this sex song about. And I believe the answer to that is like his 14-year-old cousin. I'm gonna fact check myself. I want to make sure that what I'm telling you is accurate, but I believe so. I believe that is true, and it's real bad. You know, there's a lot of people out there. Oh no, shed skin. I hated that so much you made my voice crack. I said shed skin, like Jerry Seinfeld. But no, there's like certain people. This isn't a hot take. This is something like we all know this to be true. People who did egregious wrongs in their lives and got away with it because, sorry to say it, the norms were different back then and they kind of like died in time. I hate to say it that way, but I think it's true generally. I mean, there's talk about, for example, John F. Kennedy, right? Beloved president, but was kind of like an adulterer and maybe wasn't the most faithful to Jackie O, right? But I don't know if that was like big news at the time, and it didn't really seem like people cared that much. I don't know. For any historical scholars in the audience who have a counter narrative to share, please, by all means, I would love to know. But at least in my limited knowledge, that was kind of what I thought to be true. is that maybe there was just like a lack of public awareness. It might also be social media. Like nowadays, it is really hard to get away with doing things because like people are always talking, you know, like whether it's Twitter, X, excuse me, right? Like, or whatever, Instagram, TikTok, like there are all kinds of things going around, right? And this isn't me talking up like, oh, we live in cancel culture. Very far from that. To the contrary, like people should be held accountable for the crappy things they do. But we have never before been living at a time in human history in which it has been easier to be held accountable for the things you do. I mean, there's a lot of sort of political and social and cultural consequences of the technological affordances we have at our disposal to literally know everything about everyone at every time. Some of it is bad, but some of it is good. And the accountability, to an extent, is a good thing. You know what else is a good thing? Boss Babe be bossin'. Boss Babe be bossin', everyone. We love to see it. The first evolution of the Nuzlocke and its Boss Babe. I couldn't think of a better gal. Couldn't think of a better gal to get this honorary distinction. We're going from Wurmple to Silcoon, baby. Which isn't very exciting, like in the grand scheme of things. In fact, I think some of Wurmple's stats get worse in the transition to its cocoon phase. But you know what? Defenses are better, and we now know the move Harden. Everyone loves Harden. So let's see. Oh my gosh, Boss Babe like recoils when we send her out. She's like, Who is she, Chunky from Donkey Kong 64? She's like, get me the F out of here. But you know what? Honorarily as your first... Oh my gosh, that was awful. I think your attack stat really did get worse upon evolution. But, and I'm not gonna subject the audience to this. You guys, you're too good for watching Boss Babe just like tackle a poor Wurmple probably 37 times in a row. But I want you all to see that it's real. We have an evolved worm. So now Jason's out here, and we're trying to get Jason to level 10, y'all. We're trying to get Jason to level 10. In fact, it's gonna happen right here. Come on, Jason. Come on, Jason. There we go. That's what we like to see. Come on, we love that 19 experience. Just take it all. What's the word I'm looking for? Gobble it all up. Gobble up that experience. Okay. And just like that, folks, we made it through Petalburg Woods. That was pretty painless. Do we keep going? Do we keep going with Boss Babe? I say yeah. So first, of course, we gotta pick our berries. It's so funny because I often forget that I even have berries in the first place. Like, I don't use berries in my playthroughs after all these years. And yet, when I see these berry trees, I just have to pick them. There's like a compulsion in me that says, gevault, you need this. You can't just let these berry trees stay dormant the way they are. Oh, and we get an encounter here, I do believe. Let me just make sure. I want to make sure that we are staying up to code here, that we are complying with OSHA standards. So this is Route 104, by golly, that's a new route. Wait, is it? Wait, shoot. I don't think it is. Let's check on Tutter. Is this just a continuation? Oh, it's a continuation. Oh, never mind. I got everyone all excited. Or some of you probably were calling my BS there. You were like, oh, gevault, you can't catch a Pokemon here. And if gevault, sound the alarm. If gevault were to catch a Pokemon here in this patch of grass, the Nuzlocke would be rendered illegitimate. Can't have that. No, we can't have that. So thankfully, I'm staying up to code here. That was the biggest threat of the whole Nuzlocke so far. That, and also, see, I would have loved Talo. That was the encounter I was looking for, but I shouldn't even say that because we love Tutter. Right? Sound off in the comments, we love Tutter. We love to, oh no. I hope we get to continue loving Boss Babe. Oh no. I'm saying oh no because Boss Babe is a flying type and Talo is a flying type, and it can unleash some serious flying type doo-doo on my Cuckoo. You know? Oh, I'm gonna keep Boss Babe in the front. And as a moment of reprieve, we're going into the flower shop. We need to take a deep breath. So much stress going on in this episode. The more attention you give to flowers, the more beautifully they bloom. You'll like tending flowers. I'm sure that you can have this. And we get a Whalmer pail. That's right, folks. We, as of today, get to water our berries. Woohoo! We love it. Okay, isn't that awesome? It's great. We love it. I'm trying to be like my big sisters. I'm growing flowers too. See, I knew we get more stuff here besides just the Whalmer pail. We get an Aspearberry. Okay, great. I'm literally never gonna do this. She says I want some candy too. Oh man. Oh, I was just listening to, I'd never heard this song. So I got a Peloton recently and I love it. I love my Peloton, but like they do themed workouts in some of the classes. And so I was doing, what was it, like 90s pop this morning. And specifically we were doing like all TRL bops, like some of the big charting stuff that was on the, what does TRL even stand for? I'm not even gonna bother looking it up, although I'm very tempted to. But one of the songs that was playing during the session this morning that I was doing is a song called Candy by Mandy Moore. And I'd never heard the song before, but apparently it was a big charter, big song for its time. And I love it. I love Candy by Mandy Moore. So just like that girl in the flower shop, I want candy. And in this case, I'm not even thinking about like chocolate candy, sugary sweets candy. I'm thinking Candy, the song from the 1990s TRL hit by Mandy Moore. That's what I want. Okay, also, we're up against a rich boy. If I was a rich boy, oh no, we're triggering all the full restores from these rich people because they can afford it. Anyway, the point of the rich boy thing is we're gonna get some money, cash money for beating this person. And I know this has just been agonizing watching Tutter chip away at this Zigzagoon. So you know what? We're bringing out Eli. We are bringing out Eli Lilly, Eli Manning, the Illy Bobelli, Banana Fana Fofelli, Me My Mo Melly, Ellie. I really can't talk. I'm sorry. It's been a day. Also, this is just going so long. I really apologize. I promise that like, oh no, that did damage. That did some real damage, dude. But yeah, I promise that once we get later in the game, and honestly pretty soon, the battles are going to become much more interesting because there will be like real stuff on the line. Right now, this is all pipsqueak stuff. This is Zigzagoon stuff. So yeah, for right now, I'm not really worried. I'm not paying too much attention to the battles either. I'm just kind of on autopilot, but that'll change soon enough. Why couldn't I win? Beats me, but thank you for the 1,400 Poke Dollars. See you soon. Oh no, I didn't mean that. I was gonna end the episode. Should I or shouldn't I, she says. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, should I or shouldn't I end the episode? And I guess I shouldn't. So now we're up against Lass Haley, and she's got a Lotad, and we have a Boss Babe. Do I keep it in? Oh yeah, for sure, because we got Poison Sting, baby. And that's pretty good. Okay, that was best case scenario. Yeah, the problem right now is that our dudes are just doing so little damage. We have so few moves that are of any consequence whatsoever. That's what I was getting at a couple episodes ago. Like, the fact that Winkle has the move Water Gun, a 40 base power stab water move, like, that's everything. That is huge, and I'm so grateful for it. Because otherwise, we're stuck with like 20 base power non-stab Poison Sting coming out of the Silcoon right now, out of Boss Babe, and we just kind of have to sit here and and get like these 5-hit kills on everything. So it's a little agonizing. Oh, that didn't even get us the level up. That's fine. All right, and here is the Pokemon that I wish, sorry Boss Babe, but this is probably the Pokemon I was most hoping to see in the forest, in Petalburg Woods, but hey, you know what they say? Beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be shroomish. That's what they say. But hey, you know what? We have the type advantage here. Your Absorb is doing nothing on me, and meanwhile, I'm gonna Poison Sting you for days. And when I say Poison Sting you for days, in this case, I really think I do mean actual days, because this is just gonna take a long time. And I'm forcing you all to come along with me for the ride. Step right up. Step right up and enjoy the longest Pokemon battles, the longest, most uneventful Pokemon battles you have ever seen. But my winning personality is going to keep you in the room, right? No, I'm just kidding. That was a total joke. That was a total joke. But if you are still here, I'm very grateful. And I do want to say right here and now that I am really thankful for the few of you that have stuck around after all these years and are excited to see me in 2013 posting content when I can. It really does mean a lot to me, and thank you. Genuinely, truly. Because I'll admit, like, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this because I'm having fun with it, but when I get a little notification, a little notey on YouTube, and I see that I have a comment, it truly means a lot, no matter how big or small that comment is. So again, thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for watching. I think this is gonna be the end of the line here. Next time we're gonna go to the land of our first gym badge and see what happens next. So, but first we're going up against the twins from The Shining. So there's that. Thankfully it's October, so it's all in theme. Sending love wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.